You know, the other day I'm checking some meters near an industrial park. You know, they're calling them parks, but they are really not parks, you know what I mean. But I'm getting a dry mouth, as I often am in these parks. So to combat this dry mouth, I'm looking for an orange juice stand. And I'm looking, and then I see a man, a respectable man, a professional man. And I know that because he's dressed like a dentist, you know, with a mask and gown. So I say to him, "Excuse me, mister, do you know where I can find an orange juice stand in this neighborhood?" And I say neighborhood like this because it's really not a neighborhood. Well, he lowers his mask and he says to me, "You're shit out of luck." Also with quotation marks. But he says, "If you want, I have some cranberry juice in my car," also with quotation marks. So we are standing behind this ivory cutlass, sipping cold cranberry juice that he has poured fresh from a spigot attached to the back of his trunk. Normally, I'm not easily impressed with attachments, but this attachment was really quite impressive. He even told me that he had a lock put on the back, you know, to prevent hooligans from removing the cranberry juice, you know, with a siphon. Well, it's always nice to make new friends, and as it turns out, I did need some minor dental work. So when he suggested that we meet for lunch, I considered it to be a stroke of good fortune. 3 days later, we are waiting for a table at the Olive Garden, and he is again dressed with his mask and gown on. And I'm thinking probably he doesn't have where to change at work. So I say to him, "Johnny," that's his name, Johnny. "Johnny, I have a friend who is making changing rooms for a living. And if you want, I could give him your number." Well, he looks at me, he smiles at me, and he's starting to snicker. It's obviously funny, so I'm snickering too, and we are together standing and snickering. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm playing along. And soon we're at the table enjoying a beautiful linguine Alfredo. And Johnny finds buried under his Alfredo a gold ring. What a lucky guy. And then he's offering me the gold ring. And I'm not exactly sure why, because it was, after all, under his Alfredo, not my Alfredo. But I'm an open sort of fellow, and I accept it. Shortly after that, he is starting to assume certain things between us that were not there before. I think I know. So I say to him, "Johnny, I'm flattered that you are giving me the gold ring, but I'm not an AC/DC kind of electrician." Immediately there's a bit of friction between us. Then at that moment a woman stands up shouting that she has lost her tooth in a mouthful of Greek salad. Then another man is screaming, "Is there a dentist in the house?" Like a flash, 3 men jump up. Johnny also gets up, but denounces the other men as imposters. A brief scuffle is started when he tackles a much smaller black dentist who is already assisting the woman. I am also nearly caught up in the fracas, but I'm able to sneak out when the hostess is bent over, you know, refilling the mints. It was 2-3 weeks before I saw Johnny again, and it was in a lineup. A police lineup, actually. They are asking me to choose him from a group of other men wearing different masks and gowns on. It turns out he wasn't a dentist after all. Rather, a security guard with a thriving practice in amateur dentistry. And the police have been looking for him for a long time. So they asked me to fill out some forms, which I did, and they said, "Can you make a statement?" I said, "Okay. The next time I'm in a park, I'm definitely bringing with me orange juice." And they said, "Thank you," and I went home.